This is a shit show. It's nothing but a political shit show, what we have going on right now in our country in respect to the borders and these folks that are coming over here illegally. You got Rachel, method actor, Maddow, crying on TV, major news network, progressing the narrative that is incorrect. And I'm going to break it down to you. I'm going to tell you why I think it's incorrect. And it's not because of the laws, and it's not because of policy. It's just because of us as Americans and who we are. Why this argument, this narrative from a lot of folks, a lot of people, we elected officials, actors, people with money, just continuing to progress the narrative that these people are being maltreated by U.S. citizens. And let me break that down for you. We have some of the best border control agents probably in the world. Stand them up against anybody. I have been fortunate enough to know some of them. I've actually worked with them. And they're good folk. They're good people. They care about what they're doing. They're professional, and they're certainly not going to mistreat another human being. Not going to happen. They're not going to do that. Now, do they get frustrated at the end of the day? I know I would. So I couldn't do the job. I wouldn't be able to do it. Just all day, every day, illegal aliens coming into the country. Illegal. Don't water it down. They're illegal because they're not coming through a normal port of entry where they can then claim asylum. These folks are coming over, risking their lives to come over illegally. Horrific journey. It's got to be. It's got to be horrific. They get here, they've got nothing. I guarantee you, our agents down there, our U.S. citizens are treating those folks better than they've ever been treated. They're getting nourishment. They're getting shelter. Their needs are being provided for, and they're being processed. Yeah, I'm sure it's a lengthy, horrific process, but nothing like what it was when they came on that journey. Nothing like it. You got people, you got people that saw the tent city picture welling up with tears. I'm going to tell y'all something. Tent City's good living. That's good living. Nothing wrong with tent city living. I've done it. Absolutely. And it's a lot better living in that tent city with air conditioning, food, 3 hots and a cot than it was on their journey coming over. I guarantee that. I guarantee that. But yeah, that's not enough for them. That's inhumane conditions. You're providing them shelter. It's not good enough. Food, not good enough. Security, not good enough. Let's talk about the security for a second. Can you imagine what it was like when they came over on that journey? Look at it from this perspective. Now, we don't know what the numbers are, right? I mean, let's agree with that. We probably don't know. I mean, it's the U.S. government. Their numbers are probably close, but they don't have a handle on it. I mean, it wasn't too long ago in the last administration when a Homeland Security lady with a huge title was testifying before Congress, She had no idea how many overstay visas there were in the U.S. She just didn't know. It's your job, but you don't know. So there's an issue with the numbers. But let's say there's a bunch of folks coming over. 14,000, I don't know, in the past year. That's one figure I've heard, but let's say it's a bunch of folks. Now, either the mom and dad are paying a mule to bring those children over, or the mule is paying them to bring the children over, so they'll have someone they can go into the U.S. with, and it'll make it easier for them to process through because they have a child. What kind of security do you think is occurring along that journey? Zero. That's called human trafficking, which is illegal, by the way. I know some of you might be surprised to hear that, but it is. It's illegal. Human trafficking is illegal. And that's what they're doing. So when they get here to the U.S., they're already in some pretty rough shape. Now, we've seen a lot of pictures. And I will tell you that I doubt, and I'm going to break it down again for you, there's a whole bunch of infants making that trek because they wouldn't make it. They wouldn't make it. I don't think there's probably very many toddlers making that trek. Are there some? I'm sure there are. But how many didn't make it? I mean, if you really care about this, how many didn't make it? That's a number worthy of looking at from Mexico. How many people didn't make it? Why would they even risk this in the first place? Because we haven't fixed our immigration border issue. They think they've got a chance. If they knew there was no chance they could cross that border because we had a secure border, they wouldn't take the risk. But because they believe that there's a possibility, and at the end of the day, they're going to be treated pretty good. You just got to make it there. Hang in there. Hang in there, Juan. Just hang in there, buddy. And we get there, we'll be fine. And it's absolutely correct. When you get there, you'll be fine. You may be processed back out. Or you may win. You may get the asylum you're seeking. You and I could solve this issue. I'm sure we could. We could sit down across from each other on a table, talk about it, and we would come up with a solution that we could implement that was fair and humane. But Paul, I'm in over my head, Ryan, and Nancy, every time I talk, I lie, Pelosi, and all those other folks up there are not going to be able to do it. Because it's to their advantage. I'm going to break that down. Let me break that down for you. I think they screwed up. I think the Democrats screwed up on this one. I'll tell you why. Timeline. It was too early. It's too early to put this out. It's too early to put the narrative out. You know why it's too early? Because we can catch up with the narrative and present the truth. You present the lies, the truth is being presented. Total truth. We're seeing that child was not a child in a cage. That was a picture from 2014. That they are professing that it's occurring right now. This is going on right now. Oh my gosh. I took method acting too. I'm not concerned. I'm not upset about it. I'm really not. Again, the reason is because I know that my fellow Americans that are down there at the border are taking care of business. They're taking care of business. And they're doing it humanely. And they're doing it with respect. And they're doing the Lord's work. I mean, at the end of the day, they're doing the Lord's work. That's not easy stuff. So to think that we as Americans have allowed a catastrophic event to occur, have allowed a human crisis to occur that requires NGOs and all these other folks is absolutely incorrect. Absolutely incorrect. So what now? What now? Now that we know there's truth, there's their story, his story, and somewhere in the middle there's truth, I think we need to get after it. We need to get after these folks that we elected, which I'm doing. I'm writing them a letter and I'm putting out a plan on how to fix this, according to Perry Wayne. Probably won't listen, but if we get enough of us on it, we can fix this problem. We can build this wall, stop the illegal immigration, because it is. Quit blaming everybody for it. Quit blaming the president, because at the end of the day, it's the parents' fault. I know that's not what you want to hear, because the parents can't be at fault for this. Oh, no way. But absolutely, they're at fault. Parents are the ones they're the ones that make this decision. So close up that border. Get people in here legally. Fix the process. Because I got no problem with people coming in the U.S. as long as you're coming in and you're going to be part of our culture. You're not going to work against us. You're going to abide by our laws. Our laws say 18 and below, you have sex, you get prosecuted for it. Our laws don't say that we can just have sexual exploits with women at whatever age. And I'm not just talking about Hispanic culture. Now I'm talking about all cultures, all people. It's just an example of the difference in cultures that when you come to America, you have to abide by our laws. Until next time, which I hope it won't have another next time with this issue. I hope that we can solve this issue pretty quick. But until next time, this is Perry Wayne breaking it down.